Jonathan Wassef, 175 Canterbury Court, East Windsor, New Jersey. We'll step to this way. I typed up something because I just wanted you guys to hear it. So everyone knows the story. I'm not going to reiterate it here. But instead, I would like you to have a conversation, some dialogue, some accountability for the actions that have been taken. You, Madam Mayor, have orchestrated a master plan to eliminate us due to a personal vendetta of yours. I would like everyone to stop and think, what's the reasoning behind shutting down a volunteer organization? Whose agenda are we catering to? You, Madam Mayor, are a very intelligent woman, and I would be the first person here to say it. But unfortunately, you're guided by your emotions. Anger being one of them, especially when someone deflates your ego. I speak to you as a resident for 15 years. I remember when we spoke in the meeting that you ambushed me, I told you that you spoke at my graduations. I was very impressed by your speeches, and one of them you said, we work as a team. So what team are we working on? The team where you do everything what Janice says, or you get fired team? Or is it we're going to work collectively and try to resolve the issue? You shut down District 2 because the first time in 30 plus years, the executive board didn't consist of township employees. Thus, you had no bearing on them. You couldn't twist their arms behind their back and make the squad function as you would. We started 6 months ago to purchasing the Tahoe was asserted as illegal, to which two attorneys, one being here and the second one over there, slid a statute across the table, expecting that because you're attorneys are going to be intimidated and read it and say, oh, here you go. Well, showed it to a different attorney and they said everything is bogus and that any human being with an education in law would never agree with your assertions or bogus statutes. You ambushed me in a meeting and you asked me to resign for your puppet James Brady, and you slid a law across the table that doesn't pertain to us. Our lawyers sent you guys a letter saying we're coming to reclaim our property because it is our property and no one here can debate that issue. If you guys can, I would love to see it. And then, an hour within receiving the letter, the Tahoe's gone and put in the municipal works garage. Surprising. Mind you, it said because it's snowing outside. Well, it hasn't snowed in 2.5 months, so where's the Tahoe? Still in the municipal parking lot. So you made a new squad that consists of only one member that actually rides shifts and left on bad terms from our squad because he has hurt feelings. And 7 calls went off in East Windsor Township between 6:30 and 7:30. Not one person from the organization, whether it be District 1 or the new squad which you created, responded to these calls. Over the police band, you can hear police officers screaming, where's EMS, where's EMS? Not a single person shows up. How does that make you feel? How is that adequate and, as you guys say, uninterrupted EMS coverage? We had a full house that night, able to staff 2 first responders and 2 ambulances. But we didn't go because of you. To our surprise, we go grab a bite to eat, and look who's there, your chief. Sitting there with another EMT enjoying his time. Not a care in the world, no radio on his hand or on person. Then we pass by the squad building, District 1. Deputy 142 is present, but not responding. Your trust and belief in these frail individuals guides me to believe that you have no conception of how emergency services works. You state on your website that EMS is responding at a Station 46 in Twin Rivers, and that township ambulances and first responders are being housed there, which is a blatant lie. I don't understand how you guys honestly, besides this, how you guys can post that. You understand that we're neighbors with them and the bay opens up and there's nothing in there that we're obviously going to know? And that we still have communications with people and we have friends within that? Our vehicles sit outside Squad 142 being consumed by the elements. How can you lie to your residents and expect them to believe that township officials have your best interest in mind? You, Janice Mironov, have openly, knowingly, and frankly, arrogantly risked the lives of every resident within East Windsor Township for every second that you keep District 2 closed. I would like the council, everyone sitting here, to let that sink in. I know everyone thinks I'm reiterating the same stuff and that it's boring, but I'd like you to think about it. You guys call 911, who's going to show up? Understand that when someone dies because of the arrogance that's going, everyone is going down for it. Last time I checked, these suits exceed $10 million, and don't worry, we'll add it on to our $21 million deficit. I've been approached by other EMS agencies and their chiefs and captains from neighboring and surrounding agencies who ask me, who say that they're fed up with responding into East Windsor. That if we can't handle our own volume, then why are we doing what we're doing? Stop and think. If we were truly wrong in the actions that we've committed from day one, why would we stay here and fight this long? Why would we file a lawsuit? Everyone says, oh, you're taking this way too far. I didn't take this way too far. It started with an initial meeting that was supposed to be between me, James Brady, and Chief of Police, and then Mr. Orange shows up and the mayor herself. So we ourselves hired attorneys. We are standing up to defend our rights as humans, as residents, and especially as healthcare providers. We are standing up against corruption at its finest, and we are fighting for the residents and the care and the safety that they deserve. You know something that is wrong. You know something's wrong when the judge says it's in the best interest of the township to settle with the squad, not the squad to settle with the township. He also went to say that the actions of the township were wrong and shameful. How do you as counsel feel sitting here looking me in the eyes knowing that a Superior Court judge of New Jersey views your township as being as such? He also went on to state that he has very serious concerns in regards and the counts against the township. He reiterated it 3 times. And I'm not sitting here as someone against you guys. We're trying to work together. But building a wall against us and saying, oh, we're sorry, I regret that I have to say this. Nobody agrees with this. Nobody except one person agrees with the matters that are going down. He also went on to state that he has very serious concerns in regards to the counts against the township. You said that we are childish and result in theatrics in one of the articles. When every action you've taken to shut us down is showing how anxious you truly are to cover up the entire situation. From interfering with our contractual relations outside, to having Public Works barricade the entrance to our station with snow, and then hiding the Tahoe from us and putting a solar board outside of our station, telling residents not to donate to us, join our organization, and or volunteer. I stand here willing to compromise and speak for the sake of the residents, not myself, but the mayor has instructed every single person not to speak to us, lest they find out what's actually going down. Understand everyone's accountable, even you, Madam Mayor. I'm sorry for you, Mr. Brady, and I'm sorry for every type of wrong interaction we've ever had. And I'm sorry to the Chief of Police as well, because I know your actions that you've committed are not your own, and that you were instructed to do so. Thus, me, as well as nobody else in the squad, hold you accountable, and we have no bad feelings towards you. And you, Madam Mayor, I will see you in court. Thank you, Council, for indulging, and have a good night.